Welcome to today's maths class, and today we'll do decimal fractions. Our learning objectives are: what is decimal fractions, place value chart of a decimal fractions, conversion of the common fractions with the denominator 10, 100, 1000, etc. into decimal fraction, conversion of the decimal fractions into common fractions, expanded form of the decimal fractions, like and unlike decimal fractions, comparison and ordering of decimal fractions. So first is, what is decimal fraction? A fraction where the denominator, the bottom number, is the power of 10, such as 10, 100, 1000, etc. is called the decimal fractions. We can write decimal fraction with the decimal point and no denominator, which make it easier to do calculations like addition and multiplication on a fraction. So 1 by 10, or we can write 0.1. 7 by 10 is same as 0.7. 3 by 10 is same as 1. 3 by 10, that is same as 1.3. The same way 3 upon 100. So 2 zeros hai. Right hand side se after 2 digit will place decimal, that is equals to 0.03. 33 upon 100, that is equals to 0.33. 125 upon 100, that is 1.25, like this. Next is place value chart and decimal fraction. Like whole numbers, decimal fraction also have place value chart. So this is the place value chart. Values 5 upon 10, that is 5 tenths. 5 upon 100, that is 500. 1000, hundreds, tens. So decimal point के बाद start करते हैं. First place होता है tens, then hundreds, then thousands. So अगर tens है, 5 by 10 है, तो value क्या हो जाएगी? 5 tenths. 5 by 100 means 5 hundreds. 5 upon 1000 or 5000. 765 upon thousands or 710, 600 and 5000. Now look at the place value of the whole numbers and the decimal number together. Now this is the decimal point. Decimal point se pehle means left way, ones, tens, 100, like this. And after decimal point, first places of tens, then 100 and then 1000. So how will read? Like 1.45. After decimal, we'll read the number separately. 14.03. 125.469, like this. Clear? Next is conversion of common fraction with the denominator 10, 100, 1000, etc. into decimal fractions. So method, we count the number of zeros after 1 in the denominator. Count an equal number of digits from the ones in the numerator and place the decimal point to the left of the digit reached. For example, 1306 divided by 1000, that is equals to 1.306. So there are 3 digits. So start from the right hand side. After 3 digit, 1, 2, 3, we'll place the decimal. Clear? The number of digits in the numerator may be less than the number of zeros and the denominator. Then we put the supplementary zeros to the left of the numerator to equal the number of digits to the number of zeros in the denominator, like 7 upon 100. 102 zeros. So here only one digit, so we'll put first 0. So 0.07. Clear? Next is fact file. Zeros before the decimal point is not counted as it is not the decimal part. Next is converted decimal fractions into common fractions. So method is, we write the given number removing the decimal point as the numerator of the common fractions. We write 1 followed by the 0 equal to the number of digits after the decimal point as the denominator of the common fraction and convert it into lowest term if possible. We'll take an example, 4.356. So we'll remove the decimal. After decimal, there are 3 digits. So 1 के बाद denominator will place 3 zeros. Clear? And lowest term में change करेंगे, that is 1089 upon 250. Clear? Here we have divided numerator and denominator by 4 Clear? Next is exercise 8.1. Change the following common fraction into decimal fractions. First is 2 by 10. So there is 1 0. So we'll write it as 0.2. Clear? Practice all the questions. Next is life skills. Ashish wrote these facts about himself, but he forgot to put the decimal point. Mark the decimal point so that the fact makes sense. I am about 100 years. So, if I put decimal here, so I am about 10 years old. Like this, we can place the decimal. Next is expanded form of decimal fraction. Write the expanded form of 1735.684. So, expanded form 1000 की पोजीशन पे 1730 plus 5 means we can write 1700, 3 tens and 5 ones, and after decimal first digit 6. So 6 10, 8 hundreds and 4000. Like this, we'll write the expanded form. Next is like and unlike decimal fractions. A group of decimal fractions with equal number of decimal places in each called like decimal fractions. Like 45.213, 3.632, 15.300 are like decimal fractions. Like in after decimal, 3 digit, 3 digit, 3 digit. So they are like fractions. A group of decimal fractions with a different number of decimal places is called unlike fractions. Like here, 0.20 after decimal 2 digit, here 1 and here 3. So they are unlike fraction. Next is fact 5. 0.2, 0.20, 0.200 are equivalent but unlike decimal fractions. Next, to convert unlike decimal fractions to the decimal fraction, we simply make the number of decimal places equal by adding 0 to right most. For example, 6.2. So, like decimal करना है हमें 316.35 and 2.395. So, maximum after decimal 3 digit है. So, इसको like decimal करने के लिए क्या करेंगे? 20 ऐड कर देंगे. 6.200, 316.350 and 2.395. Clear? Next is comparison and ordering of decimal fractions. So, rules. First, we compare the whole number part. The decimal fraction with the greater whole number part will be greater. For example, 7.0 is greater than 4.789 because 7 is greater than 4. The whole number part जिसमें बड़ा होगा वो greater होगा. If the whole number part are equal, we compare the 10th. Like here, 5.3 and 5.2. So, whole number part same है 5, 5. So, 10th की position पे here it is 3 and here it is 2. So, 5.3 is greater than 5.297. If the 10th part is also equal, compare the 1000 and so on. Like here, 5.3. Here 5.3. After that you have 1. Here 0. So, 5.31 will be greater than 5.309. Now, we'll take an example. Arrange the following decimal fraction into descending order. So, these decimal numbers are given. We have to arrange them in descending order, means decreasing order. So, solution is, first we compare whole number part. 32 is the greatest, so 32.006 is the greatest. Whole number part, rest 3 numbers are equal, but the 10th part in 12.605 is the greatest, therefore 12.605 is the greatest among the rest 3. 10th and 100th part of the rest 2 numbers are equal, but the 1000 part is 12.065, that is greater than 12.060. Required descending order of the given decimal fraction is 32.006, 12.605, 12.065 and 12.060. Next, common mistake. 2.7 is less than 2.25. No. 2.7 will be greater than 2.257 because whole number part same है, then 10th की place पे, here it is 7 and here it is 2, so it will be greater. Next is exercise 8.2. Write the expanded form of the following decimal fractions in word. First is 4.35, so we'll write 4 and then 3 tenths and 5 hundredths. Like this. Clear? So practice all the questions of this exercise. You have to practice all these questions. Next is, let's recall. Multiple choice questions. Take the correct option. Decimal fraction representation of 3 1 by 5 is 5 3s are 15 and 1 16 upon 5. 5 3s are 15, 3.2. So B is the correct option. Clear? So here we end the chapter. I hope you understand it well. Now to practice it.